defendant Denzil Yates is in court with his attorney, David Perdue, and representing the state of Ohio as County Prosecutor Nicholas Irochi and Chief Assistant Prosecutor Harold Speck. A jury verdict on May 28, 2014. The defendant was found not guilty of aggravated murder under count 1, but was found guilty under count 2 of murder in violation of Revised Code 290302, and further with a 3-year firearm specification to that count. Also found guilty of count 3, which was tampering with evidence, a felony of the 3rd degree. And you decided not to say anything. That's your choice, is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and you've reflected on this. This is not just some decision you just made as you're coming up the elevator from the... All right, Mr. Irochi, on behalf of the state of Ohio, do you or Mr. Speck have anything to say?
Yes, Your Honor. Or impose a maximum sentence of 3 years to run consecutive with the murder and specification sentence. So a total of 21 years to life we're asking that the court impose. The court heard the evidence. Mr. Yates shot James Anderson in the head. Mr. Yates basically indicated in his testimony that he shot him as Mr. Anderson allegedly was charging him, facing Mr. Yates. The evidence clearly showed that Mr. Yates shot Mr. Anderson in the side of the head. And indeed, as the evidence indicates, especially based on the coroner's testimony, as Mr. Anderson was turning away from Mr. Yates. Then, after Mr. Yates shoots him in the head, Mr. Anderson falls face down to the ground, and Mr. Yates shoots him an additional 3 times in the back as Mr. Anderson lay on the ground. Mr. Yates' actions, not only taking a life, but taking a life the way that he did, certainly justifies, Your Honor, a consecutive sentence based on the tampering charge of 21, the tampering 3 years to run consecutive on the 18 years murder and firearm specification. Your Honor, we are asking that the court consider as well 2 family members who are here to address the court. First, the aunt, Sheila Adkins, and when she's completed, the mother, Lisa Adkins, the aunt and mother of the victim, James Anderson.
All right, Miss Sheila Adkins, your bond is revoked or remanded to the custody of the sheriff. And that then concludes these proceedings.